Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. Today I'm using the Studio Light Essentials tags. I love these tags. They have tabs already cut into them, and you can make the cutest little mixed media tag booklet just by putting a binding ring at the top. They are really durable, so you can use lots of media on them without them buckling. It is a really thick and all-round kind of paper, so definitely deals with all of that really well. So I'm taking a few of the pattern papers from Ella Roetz's releases for the 15th of November or the second half of November, and I'm tearing these. I want to be sticking them onto the tag in a torn kind of fashion. I'm going to be using my Couture Creations Tacky glue to do that. Usually I use Tombow, but I wanted to give this a try. I'm always wanting to test out or check out new products, see how it works for my need. So obviously I don't have any long-term results if they come off, but I do know that it does stick pretty well and does dry reasonably fast, so that works for me. I'm just adding a little bit more to those white places and really just kind of making sure the glue is spread evenly using a card. This is just an old gift card. I actually think this might be a swiping card from Illustrated Faith that I'm using there. Very old, but yes, whichever card you don't use, gift card, loyalty card, gift voucher, I don't know, anything that you have lying around, you can use to just smooth out the glue and make sure that it reaches all of those places. Next up, I am going to start layering my elements, seeing where I want what. I did cut out the whole printable for this Isaiah 41 verse 10. And it really is just another affirmation that God is with us, and that when we trust in and believe in and rely on Him, He never fails us. He will never leave us, never forsake us, and we are not alone in any of the things that we need to do. So take heart. That is kind of the message of Isaiah 41 verse 10. And then for the background, I do kind of want to add something to it. So I decided on this Room 5 GraphX stencil, which is like a cracked stencil already. And then I'm taking some Distress Crackle paste. It's actually a pretty smooth paste, and I'm quite surprised at how nicely it works. I'm not usually a fan, not of pastes, but I mean of all the distress products, elements. They don't usually work for me, but because this is not directly into my Bible, it's on a mixed media tag, I can experiment a bit more. And like I said, I do quite enjoy what this kind of crackle looked like. So it's a very translucent crackle from what I can see, testing it out here. I will share a tip in a few minutes on what to do to make sure that it doesn't crackle right off your page, something that I learned from the very talented Glenda Fullion, who is the inspiration and the face behind Penelope D, if you didn't know that. So for my cluster, I did just make a slit into this jar so that it would look like these flowers are obviously inside the jar, the three-dimensional kind of effect. And then I'm looking at this page idea, which again my brother cut out as a part of the cutouts. Looking at this page idea and kind of working off that, but putting my own twist to it. And you don't have to do it exactly like she did it. Yeah, it's your choice on which flowers where, what, how, when. And so once I'm happy with that cluster, I do grab my Glad Press and Seal. It is a product, like I said, by Glad that you can in South Africa get from Woolworths. And then once you've got it, it's exactly what it says, press and seal. So you'll press onto these, or this clustered image, press over the plastic onto the elements, and then they kind of stick to that plastic. Once you flip it around, you then have the whole image to be able to do the glue on. So now you just put glue on all the exposed pieces. You will, when you turn it around, need to go back and pick up any of those front pieces that maybe didn't have white exposed at the back to be able to put the glue on there. But then again, it is so easy to then just flip it around and stick it down onto your tag or page or layout or whatever it is that you're doing artsy craftsy wise this weekend. So I'm really just kind of making sure it sticks and then tearing or peeling it off towards the top bit by bit. I don't have that many exposed pieces, and what I actually really like is that it has this kind of three-dimensional effect, like maybe some of them are sort of on foam. So I really like the way it actually came out. Very, very chuffed with it. So now just adding the last little bit of embellishments and color and just goodies. I did want to decorate this jug for it to say Isaiah 41 verse 10 with that little round button, and he is God on that little jar, so that worked great. I am relatively impressed with the glue. Like I said, I do need to test it a little bit more to see the longevity of it. I obviously don't want it to pop off in a year's time. I want it to stay there. I know with Tombow it does. So yes, let's give it a look. Remind me to come back in a year's time and let you know if my tags still stand. Nonetheless, let's carry on. So next up, I am gonna kind of just add a little bit of color to this, and I'm taking a Neo color too. Yes, I am testing out a Neo color too, and I'm scribbling it onto my non-stick craft mat and then picking it up with some water that I've spritzed just down below, and a normal brush. I like the color, I like the effect. For me it is exactly the same as what gelatos are, and then what I really like about gelatos is that they have a protective casing. So for me, traveling and all of that stuff with these sensitive crayons, I don't know that I would recommend it, just because it doesn't have any protection, and like crayons, it will break. So broken crayons still color, but it's just not worth it for me to go buy the whole range. If I can buy the gelatos, and I'm ensured that it doesn't break. So there we go. Adding some gold ink to the centers of my flowers, just for a little bit of bling on this. My ink has been standing for quite a while. This is a Winsor & Newton ink. It's been standing for quite a while, so I did need to add just a little bit of water to kind of get that idea behind it. And then I'm actually needing some black splatters. So let's take my Fabric Style Pit Artist pen. This is the big brush, just adding a bit of water and then splattering all over. Make sure to clean up all over where you have splattered, because this Pit Artist pen is India ink and it is permanent. So you want to kind of move it away as fast as possible. Just reinforcing or holing the hole, I don't know. And that is that then for this tag. I hope you enjoyed the process. I will be having more of these tags this week. Check out the other videos, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.